What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon, and I am still waiting for my Satyr, and today we are talking about The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. So, first of all, this cover is cool, whatever, but I much prefer look at this. It's so pretty. This is one of the prettiest books, without the cover that I have ever seen. Fun fact about me, I don't read books with the dust jackets on them because I don't want to mess them up, and plus they get in my way. So I really appreciate that this book has such a nice and pretty cover on it, and just makes me very, very happy. So those of you who don't know, The Cruel Prince is about the fairy realms. Our main character Jude and her twin sister and her other sister Vivi were kind of stolen away into the lands of fairy because one day their life was just totally normal. They were eating fish sticks and watching TV, was completely upended because this man named Maddox showed up and was like, "You used to be my wife and you stole my child from me," and he killed the mom, killed the dad, and took the children, and hooray, now you're gonna be raised as fairies. And this story is really, really cool because the setting is really rich. I feel like the world building just makes a lot of sense, and you really get to feel like you're living in fairy. I feel like this story, out of all of the books that I've read, really tries to stay true to the folk and what they're doing, and all of the Seelie and the Unseelie courts, and Under the Hill, and all that kind of stuff. So it was really, really cool. And I also like that the whole scene where Jude and her sisters are taken happens in the prologue, and then after that, it's just about, the actual plot of the story. So Jude, knows everything that's going on. We don't have to have somebody constantly explaining things to her. It's not about her life being, upended, and she discovers that she's a secret princess or whatever. No, she's just living her normal life. Something happened, and now she's been living her life as a fairy. So she has all of this knowledge, she knows all of these things, and what she really wants is that she hates that she's mortal and she's living with all of these immortals because they look down on her. They look down on her and her sister because they say that to be born mortal is to be born already dead. And more than anything, she wants to have some power of her own. She's tired of all of these other people constantly having more power over her. She's tired of having to live in fear, and she doesn't want to play by their rules. Her sister Taryn is more than willing to just do whatever she has to do to get these people to leave her alone. She just wants to be part of their world. But Jude's a little bit different. She wants to do things her way. This is her home. She understands that she probably could not go back to the mortal lands, even though that's what her sister Vivi wants to do. But she also doesn't want to be stuck, living the way people tell her to. She wants to have power of her own. And luckily, this comes to her as an opportunity through one of the princes, Prince Dane, because he wants her to be his spy. The cool thing about mortals, even though you can be controlled by everybody, is that you are the only one in all of fairy that knows how to lie. And from there, we really get to learn a lot about the courts and the politics going on, and how the crown system works. And it's just really, really cool. I love the way that this story unfolds, the way we learn things along with Jude. She already knows so much about this world and so much about what's going on, but this author really does a good job of making you feel like you are going on this story with Jude. You're not one step behind her, she's not one step behind everybody else. You just feel like this story is unfolding for everybody, and it just really makes the flow very nice. There are a couple of parts that kind of drag here and there. There are a couple parts that are a little bit weird, but I will definitely say one of my favorite things about this book is that, oh my gosh, yes, we've got an enemies to friends to lovers romance going on with Jude and Prince Carden. Prince Carden is our cruel prince. He's very cruel and mean to everybody, to the point where he's almost schoolyard bully kind of mean, where he just kicks dirt into people's food and throws you in a river because maybe you'll die and that kind of thing. But we learn a lot about him, and that there's a lot going on under the surface, and that he's doing a lot of things to kind of cope with his oh so horrible life. And I really, really like that. I really love characters like that, and so naturally I'm very, very excited to see where this character is going to go, especially because of where we left off at the end of this book. And I really hate that this book is so new because I need to know what happens next. I'm just super, super excited. I'm really, really into this, and I do highly recommend it. I'm only giving this book an A- because there are parts that just kind of lagged a little bit. There are kind of some weird interactions with characters that are just kind of off, but for the most part, I really, really liked it. This book was actually recommended to me by Erin from this podcast called Meta Machina, because she saw that my handle right now on Twitter is A Court of Pain and Feels, and she's like, oh, I see that you like A Court of Thorns and Roses. Well, this book is quite similar to that, and I think you would like it. So me and my friend Alex read it, and now we're obsessing over Jude and Carden. So it's all connected. It's you know, it all bleeds into each other. It's all Raylo. It's very, very nice. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you can talk books with me every week. That is everything got for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!